This conference will now be recorded.
Hi everyone, good morning. Okay, so let us get started. So today we will be learning about, how do we sort the data. So yesterday, we learned how do we filter the data based on a condition, how do we pick specific rows from the data, how do we, keep certain columns and drop certain columns from, the data frame, right? All those things we have seen yesterday. So now today, let's look at, how do we sort the data. So in SAS, there was a procedure called proc sort, but how do we do that in Python? Okay, now what you all do is, can you all import a file which is there in online retail? So import under datasets one, online retail sales data, and I want you all to import this online retail. Can you all do that? Online retail CSV file. So if I open this, let me check the column names. Okay, so there is a unit price, right? Now let me close this. So how do we import? So now we should be comfortable in importing the file, right? Without referring to the code. So how do you do? So you would start with, import pandas as PD. So we are importing the pandas package, and then let's say I'm saying online underscore retail is equal to PD dot retail underscore CSV, right? And here you will give the path. Now the path is this, and what is the file name? File name is online retail dot CSV. Let me copy the file name, right? And I'm running this code. I'm using the single quotation, right? So one way is I have to make this as the, sorry, double backward slash, or else I will put R in front of it. Now let's run this. Got it? Okay. Now let us go and sort this data. So I'm going here. So what I'm saying online, and this is case sensitive, okay, guys? So I'm saying online underscore retail where O and R are small letters, and I have to use the same thing. So let me copy this and let me, say this. So what I'm saying, okay, in the online retail, I'm using online retail, and sort underscore values is the function which we want to use, which will, use to sort, but on which column we want to sort it. So we have to use this by statement and say that, okay, I want to sort it by unit price, and by default it sorts ascending. Okay, by default it sorts ascending. Okay, so few people are getting error, it seems, while importing the data, is it? Or everyone is done with importing the data? Yeah, just check if the quotations are properly, yeah, if the quotations are proper, and there should be the file name, entire path, okay? And then put an R in front of it. So if you don't put R, you have to do these two slashes everywhere. Sorry, where is it? Yeah, two slashes everywhere in the path. But instead of two slashes, I would just say, this is an alternative. So just check
Hello,
if you
sir.
did that. Yeah.
It is showing that it needs decode.
Okay, okay. Yeah. So as I said, in some of the systems based on the operating system, that encoding, issue, the compatibility issue. So what you do is, write this. So if anyone is getting, some kind of an error after you do these things also, if you feel, put this, try this. So comma encoding ISO hyphen 8859-1. Now try. Because see, in my system it worked, but in some of your systems it did not work because of that compatibility issue. But it's always like, it's always good to have this, whether which operating system we have. Nothing wrong in mentioning this encoding in every import. Yes, can you check now, Anusha? Is it working? Krishna? Okay, so it's working now. Mhm. Okay. Now see. So online retail. So what I will do is, online retail dot head. Let's print. Let's look at the 20 records. So what do you see here? Okay, let me print that. Okay, can you share your screen, Krishna? We are facing an issue, right? Still? Okay. Let us see what is the error we are getting.
I've started sharing my screen. You can see that.
Yeah, I've made you presenter.
Yeah, can you see my screen, Srina?
Yeah, so after R, see, after R, there is no comma in the path. Is there any comma? I could see something after R. What is that? Yeah, remove that. Okay, now run.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, there is no comma. So it's just R and the double quotation, and inside that there is a path.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so let me go to this online retail. I have created a data frame, and how do we sort that data? Okay, so everyone wrote this code by using sort values, and you are giving this, and I'm storing the sorted data into a new data frame. One second, my system got hanged. Okay, see, this is the data, unit price. So you see that it's not sorted, right? It's not sorted. Now I am using this code to sort it on unit price. So everyone write this code parallelly while I'm explaining. Okay, so I'm doing this and I'm printing few. Now if I open this sort one, online retail sort, if I scroll, you see now it's sorted by ascending unit price. See, it's sorted by ascending. Now we can also sort it by descending. Okay, now what we need to do is we just need to put this, because if you don't specify anything here, it will automatically sort by ascending. So when we say that, how do we sort it by descending? We just have to, reverse it and say ascending is equal to false. So there's no word called descending here in Python. So we just have to tell that, okay, ascending will be false. So automatically it will sort by descending. Okay, that is one thing. Another thing is, how do we sort it by two columns? So here I've just sorted by one column. Now we can sort it by two columns. Everything is same. In the by is equal to, in the square brackets, you put the column names. So here I want to sort it by country and unit price. Now, see, can you guess what is ascending true, comma false? Anyone? Simple. By the same concept, what does that mean? Right. So there are two columns here which we are sorting. So there are two, in what way we want to sort it. So this means, country we want to sort it by ascending, whereas unit price we want to sort it by descending. Can you all try this out? So I am saying online retail sort, or else let's use the online retail, the original, data. I want to sort that, right? Online retail sort values by country and unit price, ascending true false, and we want to store that under new data frame. Try this and let me know once you're done. So this is how you will, sort any of the data frame based on the requirement. Okay, are you done? Okay. Now the next one is identifying and removing duplicates. Now, how do we identify the data is now, before doing that, go and import, this telecom data analysis build.csv. So you again go back, telecom domain data, and there is build.csv. There is build.csv. So try to import this file, everyone, quickly. Now you know how to import that code. So pandas you have already run. So it's not always required to import pandas. So let's say in the current session, you have already imported this pandas one. So not necessary every time to write that because you already have this package imported in your session, right? So what I would do, I would say bill underscore data is equal to pd dot read underscore csv, and in the double quotation I'll give this path, and I would say bill.csv. In front of the quotation I would say R. Now let me select this and run. And let's say I want to see how many, I want to see the shape of it. So here I'm saying, okay, 9462 comma 7, right? I want to see column values. It's columns underscore values. Okay, so from also, okay, build data got created 9462 comma 7. Object has no attribute. Columns underscore values. Is it C capitals? Okay, what happened? Let me run this again. Shape.
कॉलम स्टार्ट वैल्यूज करता है.
No, it's columns underscore values only. Okay, let me. Is it because of file got imported properly, anyways? See, the file got imported. Anyone getting this issue, or I'm only seeing this issue? Can you all write this code and see? Okay. Okay, so there's something going on. The syntax is right, but let us run that. So something is going on in the session. Now, let us do this and then we can check that. So the syntax is right. We have done that previously as well, but there's something going on in the session. So maybe I have to close and rerun again. So, but that's fine. So you'll see that later on also. So now I want to find out the duplicates from the data. So in SAS, in the proc sort, you must have learned about no loop key, right? So in the similar way here, in this data, I want to see the duplicated. So there is a function called duplicated, and those which are duplicated, I'm storing it into the dupes. So now, so you see 10 it is giving. So if I go and so what this will do is when you say that, you know, in this data, from this data, I want to see the duplicated. So if the entire row is duplicated, if that row is duplicated, it will give it as true, otherwise it will be false. So you see here, what this dupes is having is for all the rows, it will just do a flagging of true and false, true and false. True means that row is duplicated. So it's like 0 and 1. So 1 is true, 0 is false. So when we are saying sum of dupes, it will give us the number of observations which are duplicate. Okay. Now, how do we remove the duplicate? So how we will do is we will say drop underscore duplicate. So from this data, I would say drop underscore duplicate. So this step is mostly when you want to see how many duplicates are there. Then after that, you are going and dropping those duplicates. Build data unique. So you see 9462 and now it is 9452. So the 10 records which were duplicates got deleted. Now those 10 records should be exactly same, okay? So the complete duplicate row. Now there will be also some cases where you want to look at duplicates based on the key. We're not interested in overall, record. Sometimes we may name the records as duplicates even if a key variable is repeated. So let's say entire row is not duplicated, but customer IDs are duplicated. So 101, 101, 101, right? So we can also find those kinds of duplicates also based on a column. So what I'll do is we can say build data duplicated. So earlier we just use the duplicated function, but now in that duplicated function I want to look at by customer ID, cust underscore ID. Now I'm saying dup ID here. Now you see again. So whenever you use that duplicated internally, it will go and do that true false. Now how do we remove duplicates? Same, drop duplicates. To find out duplicates, there is duplicated function. To remove duplicates, there is drop underscore duplicates function. Everyone got till here? You can type these commands and let me know once you're done. Okay, is everyone completed? Okay, now once you identify the duplicates and once you remove the duplicates, the next thing is, yeah, how do we find the duplicates, Pooja? Is, see, duplicated function is used to identify which are duplicates. Okay, and then drop underscore duplicates function is used to drop the duplicates, right? But when you just say drop duplicates and duplicated and the brackets, it is talking about the entire row. If the entire row is duplicate, it will find out that. But sometimes you want to look at, employee ID. So based on the employee ID, you want to find out if it is duplicate or not. So there cannot be two employees with the same employee ID, but you want to do that check. So what you will do here, you will introduce that column emp underscore id. So based on this column, it will see if there is any row which is duplicated or not. Drop underscore duplicates. Again, you will mention here, based on this column, if there are any employee IDs duplicates, you remove that. So what it will do is, if there are multiple employee IDs which are same, it will keep the first one and it will remove the other employee IDs. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I'm just looking in the chat window. No, it's not returning the same, right? It's 9462 and 9452. See, there is a difference of 10 records. So 10 rows are duplicated. So if you look clearly, you would see. Otherwise, okay. So if you are doing it on employee ID, you are saying, okay, let me do this. Okay, but in my case, there is no employee ID. So let me do this cust ID. So dup underscore ID. Yeah. So see, it's giving 9462 only because based on customer ID, so there are no rows where the customer ID is duplicated. So then it will give the same records, right? But earlier when we did like this, the entire row was duplicate, then it was giving. But based on the customer ID, there are no such duplicates. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Now let's look. Yeah.
Sir, here it's showing that d type equals to object. What this means?
Yeah, so the data frame, it's also called as an some kind of an objects. All these are the objects, but we are calling that as a data frame, but it's also called as an object also. So, but we will see this terminology only as a data frame. So don't worry about what is this object. Okay. Okay, so the next thing we will see, how do we merge and join the data? Okay, now how do we do that is, can you all go and import orders and slots data from TV commercial slots analysis? So from TV commercial slots analysis, can you all import this orders and slots data and create orders? Okay, let me do that. So I would say like this. So orders is equal to PD pandas read CSV and see, I missed to tell about this. So when you say PD dot, so you will always get, what are the different kinds of functions which are available. So let's say, I'm typing, you see. So anything which starts with read, in this way you can read all these different types of files. So CSV, Excel, HTML, JSON, and all that stuff. So programming is a little bit easy with all these pop-ups in the syntaxes. Read underscore CSV and I would say orders.csv. This is the file, and I'm just saying R in front of it. And make sure you do encoding stuff also. Okay. Okay. Orders is done. Slots is equal to. Let me copy the same thing because the file is at the same location only. Instead of orders, I'm saying slots.csv. Okay. So everyone should have these orders and slots. Let me know once you're done. We will proceed. Now, if you go to orders, there is unique underscore ID. Now, can you all write a code to remove duplicates based on unique ID? My unique ID should be unique. Now, how do we remove the duplicates? Can you all write the code? So let's say, you are creating orders one. From the orders, I want to remove drop duplicates and based on which column? Based on unique underscore ID. Unique U capital underscore ID, and I'm storing that in orders one. So if you see here, orders we had 1369. Orders 1 I have 1366. So there were three records where The unique underscore ID had duplicates, so those three records are deleted now in orders one. Can you all do the same thing with slots? Create slots one and remove the duplicates based on what is the column we have here? Unique underscore ID, same. Try this also. So what you would say slots1 is equal to slot dot drop underscore duplicates, and here you would say on which column I want to look at the duplicates. So I'm selecting this. Okay, it's slots, it's not slot. Okay, so because the data frame, the data set which I've created is slots. I'm running this. So here, if you see 1764 were there in my original slot CSV file, but after removing duplicates, it turned out to be 1751 rows. Everyone done till here? Okay, let me give a minute. Yeah, Amshi, what is the issue? Okay, so it says orders is not defined. So just check what is the name you have given while importing. So just first thing is check the spelling. Second is check the capital letters also. So let's say if O you have given capital and here you are referring it with small, it will be an issue. As I said, Python is case sensitive. So check those two things. I think you should find the error. Now column names, no column names should there should not be any impact to the column names. So in my case, okay,
Hello,
Vamshi,
sir.
let me make you presenter. Can you see the screen? Yeah, 1 second. Huh?
Hello, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah, when I apply that remove duplicate routine on slot, then in the variable explorer window, it's showing that the slot one has now 1366 row and 9 column instead of 17.
which one, orders or slots?
Slot. I have applied that duplicate routine
Okay,
on slot. Now it's showing that it has 9 columns.
okay. Let me make you presenter once Vamshi is done.
Okay,
We can look at it.
okay.
Uh, okay, run that. Okay, can you run the above? Okay, I got you. What is the error you have done? So pd.csv, it's read underscore CSV. PD dot, no, 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 no. PD anyways you will be having, right? So look at 108th row. Look at 108th row. So it's PD dot read underscore CSV, but you just gave CSV. So it did not create that orders initially. Okay, so now there is something issue with the file. It is not there. The path is not correct. You see Python, it is not there in the Python. You have to go to where the file
Okay.
is, exact file is. Yeah, slash slash two slashes. The two slashes over there also. In all, everywhere, two slashes if you want. Or if the shortcut is what? Let those be single backward slash and you put an R in front of it. That is another alternative. Okay, now you run it. Got it? So 1369 records you
Okay.
see on the right hand side. In the orders there were 1369. Now after removing the duplicates it is 1366. So slots you have to again import slots data just like how you did orders. Okay, Vamshi?
Okay.
Now
Yeah.
let me make you presenter Anusha. Uh, yeah, okay. Okay, I've made you presenter. Can you share your screen? Hmm. Okay, strange. Okay, let's. Can you show me the files which you have imported right hand side? Just scroll to the right. I want to see in the code, line number 76 and 77. I want to see, yeah, can you scroll to the right where the file name is? Yeah, okay. Okay, see, now here you have given double backward slash just before orders.csv, but everywhere you're using single slash. So that might be an issue. You got my point. So can you remove that one of the slashes on the right? You see there are two slashes. Yeah, remove that. Because see, in the path, you follow a practice everywhere it should be double slashes or everywhere it should be single slashes. Any one we have to follow. Now can you run these two lines? Okay. Now can you run the below quotes? Yeah, see here you give slot. See. One other mistake is on line number 79, it should be slot dot drop duplicates, right? Not order. So in both the cases, you are doing order dot. Here it will be slot. Now try these two lines. Getting it? Order one you can see 9 columns. Slot and slot one you can see 17 columns, but rows got reduced. Got it, Anusha? Okay, let me take back the control. Now, what you all do is, okay, once you have those two data sets, right, orders one and slots one, I want to do an inner join. Now, what is this hash here? Hash is a comment in Python. Hash is a comment in Python. So now, can you all write this? So you would say pd.merge. Merge is the command. And what are the two data frames? Orders one and slots one. And on is the keyword which is on which column you want to merge. Because whenever we want to merge, there should be one common column, right? So that is this column on. And we have to obviously specify what type of a join. So how is equal to here, you will specify what type of join it is, inner join. And the resulting output, I'm storing it inner underscore data. Can you all try this out? And let me know how many rows and columns you are seeing. It's pretty simple. So you have to do the merge two data frames on which column you want to merge and what is the type of merge. We are saying inner join. Okay, so let me run this and inner underscore data. So it shows 8 rows and 25 columns, right? All these are the columns. So what this inner join is, the common unique IDs in both the tables, in both the data frames. So we will use the word data frame here, okay? Now, how do we do the outer join? Everything is same. In the how, you would say outer. If you want to do a left join, in the how, you would say left. If you want to do a right join, you would say right. Got it? So this is how you will you will merge the data, right? So in this session, so far we have learned that, how do we uh, import the data, right? And some basic commands to work with the data, okay? To understand more on that data, like what kind of columns, what are the data types, how many rows and columns, right? All that information we have seen. We have also learned manipulating the data sets and creating new variables, sorting the data sets and handling duplicates, joining the data sets. So the next topics we will be, so everyone clear till here? So the next thing we will be looking at is, basic statistics, graphs, and reports. How do we do all this stuff? Okay, so this is the new PDF file. I will upload it in that Google Live link. So, we will be looking at how to take a random sample from the data. So let's say, if you want to build a model prediction model, and not on entire data you want to, predict something. So you want to take some sample data and test it on that. So now how do we take that sample data? And we will be seeing descriptive statistics, central tendency, what is variance, what is quartiles and percentiles. So yesterday Pooja was asking about what is 25, 50, 75 quartiles, right? Percentiles, box plot. Okay, so we'll be, seeing all this stuff. Now today let's look at this sampling in Python, and then we can end for today. And how do we do that? So can you all import this online retail data from online retail sales data folder? Can you all do that? So from this data, online retail sales data, import this online retail file. So let me, I think we already have it, right? Did we do that today, online retail? Okay, we already have it, okay? We already have it, online retail. Now, what we will do is, and let's do a shape on that just to check if we have that data. Everyone has these many rows and columns: 541909, 8. Everyone has this data with you? Okay, once you have this, now we would use this dot sample is the function to pick the random data. And when we want to pick some random sample, we have to specify, right? Let's say, out of 10,000 records, I want to pick 1,000 records randomly. So that's why this number n is equal to 1,000. So what I will do, online underscore retail dot sample, and we would say n is equal to, let's say, 100, and I would store this output into some other data frame. Let's say I call that as online retail sample. So online retail sample. So you see 100 rows only we have picked. So dot sample is the function to pick the random sample. Now there's something called as we can create the sample with seed. Now what we are doing here is we are using this function random underscore state. Let me do this here. So now you would have a question, right? Okay, whenever we run this, let's say, tomorrow I'm running this code, uh, will it give the same 100 records? That means, will it give the same sample from the data? No, right? So every time, so its objective is, okay, from those many records, randomly it will pick those 100, but it could be any row. There's no guarantee that, okay, today I got 100, these many, these samples. Tomorrow also I will get the same record. There is no guarantee here. That's why when we say that random state is equal to 10, right? This Now this code will return us the same sample every time when we run it. Because let's say you are doing some analysis on the sample, and let's say tomorrow you are again running that code, it is doing it in another sample, so you will not be able to conclude something. So you want, okay, whenever for this project, I want to look at the same sample whenever I run it. So that's why this random underscore state is equal to 10 is the seed. So in SAS also there was a function like ran uni, and you used to give some number over there, and it used to create some random sample with the same sample with that seed function. Can you all do this? So in the interview standpoint, if they ask, okay, they might ask, how do you pick the random sample from the data? So you can talk about this dot sample function. Let me know once you're done. Okay. Now the next topics are, sample with sampling. Okay, so this is the exercise you all can try out, this lab exercise, and we can look at the solution. So they're asking, okay, input this data, create a new data set by taking 5,000 records, take a random sample of 5,000 records with seed. With seed means we want the same sample every time we run. So that random underscore. So try to run this code also. And then, in the next session, we will start with, how do we, look at the descriptive statistics whenever we have any data. We want to understand the data in terms of central tendency, what is the standard deviation, variance, range. So we will talk about, those things. Yeah, so it's the same data, Pooja, but only those many observations. So you're filtering, right? N is equal to 100. So let's say you have 10,000 records, from that you are picking 100. So don't expect that you will see the same number of rows, if I'm getting your question properly. So you just see those many records which you are giving in the N is equal to. Yeah, random underscore state, that number which we are giving, it is like a seed. That means that option will give us the same sample every time. Okay. Okay. Okay, so thank you everyone for joining. So work on this lab exercise. We already have, the solution also below. So just work on that and then, we will continue with the new topics. Okay, yeah. So we'll end for today. Have a great day.